Hey everybody, I wanted to make this heart-to-heart kind of video because frankly it's been a shitty week. A friend of mine who I know from the beach, who was an amazing slackliner around my age, maybe a few years younger, something around there, and he just passed away last weekend, and it was so surreal because I was just texting him on Friday and then I found out he passed away on Sunday. And so I've been in shock and disbelief and sadness all week, and it's really, really weird, okay? Very weird to hear someone so young, so full of life, so creative, just to pass away like that. Apparently he had a heart infection that went to his brain, and anyway, this guy was so inspirational to me. He had his own style of slacklining that pretty much was completely unique, that no one else could mimic. And I would learn from just seeing him and try to do like a fraction of what he does, and I still try to do those moves that I learned from him, and I could barely do them. But anyway, it's been really weird, guys, because it just shows you how short life is. Please try to make the most out of life, okay? It can end any day. It can end any time. And that's the scary part. Life is extremely short, not just for dogs, but for humans also, okay? Like, it's nuts. I am almost 38 years old, and even me, like lately, like people ask me, oh, how long have you been slacklining? They see me in the park and they see I'm good, and they'll go, how long have you been doing this? And then I'm like, no, it's been 10 years. And I'm like, shit, it's been 10 years. In my head I'm thinking that's a long time. And then I realize, I've been bicycling for 14 years. I graduated high school more than 20 years ago. I've been doing a lot of things where now my answer is more than 10 years. This YouTube channel, my blog is 10 years old. Like, all sorts of things. And it just feels like yesterday. Everything feels like yesterday, right? And the time just keeps going faster and faster. And, last week I made a blog post where I realized, you should read the blog post if you haven't already, but I'll just tell you what it is. Basically, I realized, since I've had a training log for years on end, that no matter how consistent I am with my workout and exercise regimen, like, I will always have this sometime, like couple weeks, maybe a month, where I just can't work out consistently like I used to, no matter what. And this happens every few months. And I realized, if I'm having this issue, me, who loves working out, who praises working out, who encourages people to move all the time, to find what they enjoy, to find what makes them happy, to find what makes them free and feel good in their body. I'm the one doing the yoga videos. I'm the one doing all these health-oriented things. I'm training other people, and I'm having issues once in a while, let's say 4 times a year, where I just can't, stick to my workout program, right? It could be because I went on vacation and I got out of the routine. It could be that I got injured. It could be all sorts of things, right? And so this happened actually this week. I started to do my workout, and after the first set, I got a neck strain. And I got so annoyed with myself, because I know when you have a neck strain, it's not going to go away in a day. It usually takes a couple days or more. Happily, it's gone, and I got my workout in yesterday, so that's nice. However, I felt so shitty that day. I was like, shit, one set in, and I got a neck strain. And which meant that I couldn't go surfing the next day, because I wanted to go surfing the next morning, but I can't, because I could barely, I was unable to just move my neck, right? So, like all these shitty thoughts started happening. Like my friend passed away, I'm unable to work out, the news is crazy. All you hear on the news, I don't even watch the news, guys, and like it's infiltrated all my social media, all this vaccine stuff. It's everywhere. It's like everywhere. It's always the discussion. It's like everything is revolving around the COVID-19 shit, right? Like now it's like the Delta Plus variant, and the RSV is affecting children, and it's causing so much divisiveness with people. Mask, no mask, vaccine, no vaccine. We're locked down because of you, because you're not getting vaxxed. Oh, we're getting, like all these ideas and all sorts of retaliations with the vaccine passports and all. You guys, this shit is crazy. I'm so over this, and I'm so over how far it's gone. It's so like this, like all these issues just like compounding over each other is just like, it's too much, okay? Luckily, I woke up one morning, a couple mornings ago, and I was feeling like down, and I took the dog out to pee and whatever, and then I said, and I was feeling very unmotivated. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna go back in bed and just sleep. I slept like 2 more hours, and I felt, all of a sudden, I woke up feeling very refreshed, feeling very good, feeling like, okay, I can tackle my to-do list. I rewrote my to-do list. I started like doing it. I started like doing the things. I had clarity again. All it took was some sleep and disconnection from all the social media and news outlets, okay? Like, please practice some sort of disconnect and disconnect from the internet and the news, okay? If you listen to the news, it's gonna make you think the world is gonna end tomorrow. And it's just injecting fear into you, nothing but fear, making you feel like shit, making you feel like you can't go outside, all sorts of things. Also, speaking of outside, it's been so hot lately. It's like over 90 degrees every day, so I can't even ride my bike in the daytime. That was also making me feel like, a little downtrodden, but whatever. I got a bike ride in the evening, and that was pleasant. Working up a sweat feels good sometimes, so even if it's hot sometimes, just do it, right? Like, sweat your ass off, right? That feels good. Anyway, this is becoming a long video, but just know that once in a while you're going to feel down. Life is not just highs and feeling good and everything's great and pretend. You can't just pretend you're good. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Thanks. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Thanks. And that's it. No, that's bullshit. Okay? Like, life is full of ups and downs, right? You're going to have lows sometimes. Everything is cyclical. You got to have your highs. You got to have your lows. And you got to go through those lows. You got to go through feeling shitty sometimes, especially if you're doing things that are challenging, right? You could stay where you are and keep things safe and never grow, but if you're trying to expand yourself, trying to build a business, trying to raise your children, trying to do things that are pushing you to new levels, you're gonna experience shitty things, and that's the only way to grow sometimes. Challenging things require perseverance, determination, and just understand. I just want to share this message that it's normal for there to be times where you feel shitty, and that's okay. Okay? In the American culture, in the United States, Everyone does this small talk where everyone pretends they're good and they're happy, but no one really says like the reality, right? Especially like in person, unless they're like really close to you, and especially on social media, right? Like on Instagram, if you just like go on the stories, that toxic shit where everyone is just sharing, here's my vacation life, oh, I'm feeling so good today because I did this, and then they're promoting some product, and then they're just like showing off their beautiful body through a filter that they took 100 times, and they're sharing that one highlight to just like mask all the other shitty photos that they didn't like of themselves, right? So take a break from social media. Understand that it's all bullshit. Disconnect from the news. What else? Don't get sucked into the fear, right? Expect highs and lows, and you'll get through life better that way. Life is a struggle. I've always said this. Life is painful. Okay? Just come to terms, come to expect that life is a struggle. The more you expect that, the easier life becomes. The more you remind yourself, oh, like, yeah, whatever, life is shitty, okay, this is normal, and this will pass, right? This will pass, so just remember those things, and you'll get through it. If you need to reach out to people, please do. If you are really feeling like super depressed or suicidal even, I read a crazy statistic about how depression and mental well-being, all these things, even thoughts of suicide, have increased dramatically in the past year since COVID hit. Of course it did. People can't go outside, get some sun. People can't go to the gym. People were like injected this fear into them. Of course they're gonna feel like shit. They couldn't socialize. They couldn't build connections. We are social beings, you know. Ants are not the only social things. Ants, you know, they have a social network. We are social beings. We need people. We need to be next to people. You can't isolate us. You can't be a hermit, especially not forever. So if we ever get locked down again, which I'm sure we will, because it seems like regardless, there's just like the narrative is being pushed for us to be locked down again for whatever reason, no matter what. Just understand that you gotta find ways to deal with it and keep connections with those who you are very close with. Because if there's anything I learned from the last lockdown, was that I lost my connections with those who weren't close, who I wasn't close with, and the ones that I was close with, those intimate relationships became stronger. So find that one or two or three, you know, those very close friends, and keep those connections and reach out to them if you're feeling shitty. Hang out with them. Don't be afraid of life. Don't be afraid of everything. When you're feeling down and when you finally feel that little spark of motivation coming back, strike when the iron's hot. Okay? Like, just go for it. Because that momentum, you gotta start with small steps, okay? Make that to-do list. If you're feeling a little bit like productive because you were feeling depressed and you couldn't do anything, but now you're feeling a little bit of productivity coming in, a little bit of that spark coming in, go for it. Create the snowball effect. Create some inertia, and you'll be able to get things done and, you know, reach your goals, live your dreams, and so forth. Now, one last thing I want to say is that I am starting an accountability group. This is going to be a chat room for people who want to join, where we will all keep each other accountable. This is going to be like a monthly membership kind of thing, and I'm going to make it like, you know, affordable for everyone. so that we have a nice community in the chat room where we can share what our workout is, share when we're having a good time, share when we're having a bad time, post different exercises we're doing, and share form check videos, and see, get a lot of feedback from everyone else, and me, of course. I'll be active in there to be able to be healthy, stay fit, find what we really love to do, and so forth. So stay in the loop for that by joining my mailing list. If you haven't already, the link to my mailing list is in the description below. And the blog post I posted last week is also, I'll post that as well in the description. I'll also just throw it in the comments as well. Now, please leave a comment and let me know what you thought of this video. Do you agree? Do you disagree with anything that I said? How do you like these, keeping it real videos? Please let me know, and I really look forward to what you have to say. And please stay strong and stay awesome, okay? I was almost gonna say stay safe, because every time you call some customer service agent, some company, they end the call with "stay safe." It's like, okay, guys, cut the bullshit. They don't really give a shit about you, right? Like, it's just some bullshit that they keep spouting over and over. Okay, well, stay safe, all right? Just stay smart, okay? Stay cool and stick to your goals, stick to your dreams, and that's it. Thanks for watching.